Did Colin just get caught red-handed creeping on Jennifer Hudson? Because Tiffany Haddish sure thinks so, and she's been clowning Jennifer like it's her full-time job. Everyone knows Tiffany's still salty about Common moving on from her to J-Hud, but now it's looking like she's finally getting her payback in public. The street's been warning Jennifer that Common ain't the dream man she thinks he is, but she wasn't trying to hear it. His dating history is nothing but broken hearts and short flings, and now it's looking like she's the next one in line. Word is, he's already parading a new woman around, and Jennifer's been spiraling ever since. And guess who's grinning ear to ear watching it all unfold? Tiffany Haddish. Bitter ex energy is all over this, and she's not even trying to hide it. The shade? Not even subtle. But why would Common cheat on Jennifer Hudson of all people? Who's the mystery girlfriend? And is Tiffany plotting to slide back in now that Jennifer's heart is cracked wide open? Let's be real, this wasn't hard to see coming. Common has never been the forever type, no matter how hard he tries to act like it. High-profile romances, quick breakups, and a rep for commitment issues, that's his brand. But fans were holding on to hope that Jennifer would be the exception. The one to finally make him slow down, settle in, maybe even start a family. Yeah, dream over. Now the whispers say Common's been stepping out heavy and Jennifer's crushed. The wild part? This man was just out here in interviews saying she's the one, and even talking about marriage.
Hey, Jen, still kicking it. That's part one. And part two is, do you ever see yourself married one day?
So as far as Jenny Jen.
I love Jenny.
Absolutely, we are together, and I just appreciate her as a partner, as a woman, as an artist, as a human being. She's a special individual, man, it's just I'm just grateful for it. I thank God, and yes, we are good. Marriage is something that if I were to get married, then Jennifer is the person.
Oh, she the prototype?
She is, but she's not only the prototype, she is the person.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's one of those things where I'm like always looking at my life and saying, okay, because that's a strong choice to make, you know.
Absolutely. Not to be taken lightly.
Meanwhile, he's out in these streets acting single. And while most folks feel bad for J-Hud Tiffany, she's eating this up. An inside source claims she's been loving every messy detail leaking online. And if you've been keeping up with Tiffany since her split from Common, you already know she's never exactly moved on. She's tossed plenty of shade over the years, and some of it made it sound like she thought Common was cheating on her with Jennifer from jump.
Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave those to Jennifer.
Like that time on Instagram Live when a fan said they gave Common earrings to pass along to her. Tiffany didn't even blink before snapping back. Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave them to Jennifer. That right there had people in the comments asking if Jennifer really was messing with Common while he was still with Tiffany. And honestly, that would explain a lot. It would also explain why Tiffany's enjoying every second of his current scandal. To her, this is karma coming full circle. But then again, some fans think Tiffany might see this as her shot to slide right back in. She's never been shy about still wanting him, and a cheating mess like this wouldn't scare her off. It might even encourage her. When she first started dating Common, it was crystal clear she was more into him than he was into her. She's the one who wanted to go public. She's the one who showed him off during quarantine, even tilting her camera during an IG Live with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union so she could flaunt her man.
We can talk about the other T a little later. Yeah. What?
You not got it?
You get cut off and you motherfuckers brought the T.
She couldn't stop gushing about him either. When his birthday came around, she was all in, wanting it to be special. She even told interviewers her dream plan. I'm just hoping me and my man go hot air ballooning and have a nice little meal. She talked about her past birthdays. Drunk with her grandma at 39, a bat mitzvah at 40, and said for her 41st, she wanted to float up in the sky with her boo. But guess what? Not only did Common skip the whole hot air balloon plan, he didn't plan anything for her birthday at all.
I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna put nothing extra on it. If he wanna marry me, he can get me an apartment building.
Oh, okay. That would be, you don't want a ring, you want an apartment complex.
I'd give me a duplex, an eightplex or something. You know, when the homegirls be like, where your ring? I thought you was engaged. Where your ring? Where your carrots? Carrots. Girl, please, I got units. Knock it off.
Sources say all Common did for Tiffany's birthday was send her some flowers. And let's be real, that's the bare minimum you can do for your woman on her big day. Tiffany had been dreaming bigger, way bigger. She even admitted she wanted him to propose, but not with a ring. She wanted an apartment building. She was thinking long-term, real investments, real future. But Common's reaction? He basically let it be known he was there for a good time, not a lifetime.
It was good for me and the lady. You know, right now all I want is happiness, good times, peace on earth.
So when the breakup came just a couple months later, fans weren't shocked at all. If anything, they were relieved Tiffany finally got out of his chokehold. Because truth be told, Common had her wrapped around his finger. But here's the twist. He's the one who ended it, then tried to play it off by blaming busy schedules. Tiffany wasn't having it. She clapped back with her own take, hinting at what might have really gone down. Maybe he's the type of person who never really settles down with anybody. Maybe he's like a bee, going from flower to flower to flower. That's a polite way of saying she suspected he'd been stepping out, even if she didn't outright say it. Then, when Common popped up with Jennifer Hudson, Tiffany's commentary got even spicier. She called her time with him the healthiest, the funnest relationship I ever had.
We both have professions. Well, I think once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship. I don't think the love really dispersed. I just think it was just like we weren't feeding the relationship. And as you said, neither one of us is going to stop. Like we both care about our crafts and what we do. And we care about love too and partnership, but I think, the energy that has been put into our careers and continuing to want to do the things that we do for ourselves and for the people is like, it was hard for me to balance all of that and keep the relationship.
Where I felt the safest. But she made sure to slide in the fact that the breakup wasn't mutual. It was more him saying, I think this relationship is running its course. And I was like, okay, like you're gonna be a 50-year-old single man, okay. Now it's looking like he's running that exact same play with J. Hud. And Tiffany's not the only one. Jennifer's not the only one. Common's got a whole lineup of famous heartbreaks, and the pattern is identical every time. Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Erykah Badu, and more. The story never changes. Just when the woman gets attached, he hits her with a psych, cuts it off, and slides to the next. What's even messier, almost none of his exes keep it friendly afterward, especially Erykah Badu. And there's a reason. Word is, he did all of them dirty. For context, Common and Erykah started dating back in 2000, lasted about 2 years, and then she pulled the plug in late 2002. At first, Erykah kept quiet about the breakup, but Common? Oh, he was running his mouth.
Says the work he's doing on himself will help him fulfill a lifelong dream.
And you write a lot about you want to be a husband one day. You have a rather famous relationship coach.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Michelle Obama. She has definitely helped talk me through just certain moments of relationships. We had conversations, and she has given me a lot of wisdom. But one great thing that she told me as I was going through this journey was that you have to understand you're not going to get anybody that's perfect because you're not perfect. So understand that there's some certain things that you will compromise in choosing that partner. But as long as the core values, the values that are most important to you, that person, marks off on that list, then you good.
She gave you some good advice there.
That's good wisdom.
That's some really good wisdom.
He claimed it ended because she caught feelings for someone else and dumped him over the phone. According to him, she handed it to me. I was in my hotel room on tour, and she called me like, hey, I don't want to be in this relationship no more. I'm like, it's somebody else? He called her his first love and first heartbreak, saying, with Erykah Badu, that was my first love where you just open and floating. When we split, I was 27 or 28. I was in a haze, just going through the motions. But Erykah eventually got sick of him painting her as the villain, so she fired back with her own version. one that hinted he was the one stepping out. She said, "No, infidelity is not a deal breaker for me. We are all born sexual beings. I myself am not someone with a very high libido. I don't require intimacy for happiness. I need companionship. I need a partner I can depend on, that I can love and grow with. But I do understand the nature of these men I have been with. They have a need to chase." Translation? She knew what he was doing, and she wasn't going to play along with his poor me act. So even though he allegedly cheated, he still tried to spin it like she left him for someone else. That's straight up manipulative. And this ain't a one-time thing. After things ended with Angela Rye, Common suddenly started trying to clean up his image, talking about therapy, personal growth, and being ready for a real relationship. Cute story. But judging from how things went with Jennifer Hudson, that therapy clearly didn't stick. Honestly, he might as well ask his therapist for a full refund. Because here's the thing, he was out here acting like J. Hud was the one, while rumors say he was running around behind her back the whole time. And that's especially cold knowing everything Jennifer's been through in her love life. Y'all remember her relationship with wrestler David Otunga, right? That story started out like a fairy tale, but took a tragic, heartbreaking turn. Just weeks after they got engaged, Jennifer's mom, brother, and nephew were killed by her former brother-in-law. It was an unimaginable, devastating time, and she needed someone solid by her side. David stepped up big time. He stayed close, helped her navigate the grief, and even planned trips so she could breathe again. Then, in what felt like a spark of light after so much darkness, Jennifer got pregnant later that year. By 2009, they welcomed their son, David Jr., and for a while, it looked like their little family was falling perfectly into place. But by 2010, after more than 2 years engaged, people started asking when they'd finally make it official. Rumor was the wedding was set for that year, but then it quietly got pushed back. They eventually called it quits, but the breakup was anything but peaceful. Jennifer claims that in the final stretch of their relationship, David's behavior took a dark turn. She accused him of becoming more aggressive, threatening, and harassing toward both her and their son. She even alleged things got so bad, it crossed into mental and physical abuse. According to Jennifer, David sent her chilling messages that left her so shaken she called in security to keep him from showing up at the studio and causing a scene. Thankfully, he never came. But later that day, things allegedly got even worse. She says when she got home, David was there waiting. She claims he confronted her, grabbed their son by the arm, and took him upstairs to the master bedroom, then shoved her out while still holding their child's hand. So yeah, J. Hud deserved way better than that. But let's keep it real. Was Common really an upgrade? Because from the looks of it, he was never going to be the good guy either. Now she's just the latest name on a long list of women he's left heartbroken, and in true Common fashion, it's probably only a matter of time before he quietly, soft launches the next woman like nothing happened. And Tiffany? She's got to be loving every second of this. At this point, she's not just cracking jokes, she's cracking the whole situation wide open. Jennifer's name is right in the middle. Common's already flaunting his new flame. And Tiffany's making sure the world has front row seats to the drama. So now everybody's asking, is this just playful shade, or did Tiffany just rip the bandage off wounds J. Hud is still trying to heal? One thing's for sure, two things for certain. This story is nowhere close to done. The next chapter is about to get even messier, and you don't want to miss it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, what's coming next will have everyone talking. See you in the next one.